Hello and welcome back. So last time we created this thing, this ancient portal, I think it's called. Ancient portal. And we went into the Iromine dimension, which was an interesting place, full of like normal, lots of things that wanted to kill me. Which it was still a neat place. I definitely want to go back there, but right now, what I want to do is I don't like this thing where it is. This was kind of an experiment just to see what it looked like, which is why we used the Iromine Realmstones since we have like 2.5 stacks of them. So I want to rip this thing down. And what I want to do, I want to extend this wall here and here out as far as I think is practical. So maybe out to just the shoreline here and over. And then slab it all in, secure the area. And then what we'll do is we'll build these portals inside of here. So, kind of start over here and run them along till you hit the wall, that thing. I want to space the wall out right so we don't end up with this oddball amount of space at the end, because these things are 15 by 11 once you generate them. So I want to make sure that, if we start with 3 blocks from the wall on this side, we end with 3 blocks from the wall on that side, not like 10. So I need to get this kind of mapped out and make sure I get the right amount of space over there. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to start by ripping this thing down, because I want to know if I can break this thing, because I'm not entirely sure I can. It looks like I can. I get carved runes, carved rune. One of these things is not like the other. So this is actually the carved rune from there, and then this is actually the place where we put the portal, or put the realmstone. So let's rip this thing down. Let's see here. I'm kind of curious when it generated. Yep, it did. So this is a block replacement when you build this thing. So you want to be really careful, because you can see I just missed the edge of the base. But the way this thing generated, if I'd hit this wall, it would have ripped that wall out in place of this thing. So it would have been not fun. But it didn't, so all is good. So we're going to rip this thing. Are we getting those separate? Oh, we are. That's cool. They're all just labeled as carved runes, but you can see this one's item ID 936. And then we got a 937, 938, 939, and 651 because, it just wanted to be different, apparently. So we got plain old ancient rock. I'm kind of curious if we, rebuilt this structure, would we be able to recreate the portal, activate it again? But that sounds like an awful lot of puzzling and building of things. So we're just going to rip this down to start with, I think. Yeah. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to tear this down. I'm going to get the measurements figured out as to how far I want to build that thing. I need to go look how many realm stones we have and make sure it can accommodate at least that many portals. And once I've got that figured out, I'll be back and we'll see what we're going to build. Alright, so I noticed something interesting while I was tearing this portal down. I thought I'd pop back so we can share, aside from the fact that thing is still killing my frame rate. That is still a portal. I ripped the entire thing out from under it, and it's still a portal. So I'm kind of curious. I mean, we might even be able to go so far as to, we know how these things build now. So if you place, if I placed a block here, if I click this block with that blueprint, this is the bottom level, the bottom layer of the structure when it generates. So if you were to count up from here to figure out how many blocks would put this thing at ground level, or, well, 1 block above, since you'd want to be able to slab around it, you could actually create these things at ground level, assuming that they would stay functioning. Which is kind of interesting. Oh, where did you come from? Oh, that's what that red dot over there was. That ceiling is not slabbed. That is a security risk that will have to be dealt with. So we're going to take care of this. Alright, so I just wanted to kind of show that, because that's interesting. That does open up some possibilities for putting, if we find a realm that's very useful, we could put a portal closer, because you could just sink that thing into the ground however many blocks up it is, and then have it look like another portal, like it'd be the same level as that thing, which is kind of a neat idea. So if you break, so yeah, just like another portal, and then, oh dear, that's gonna complicate things. Well, that has some more interesting potential to it. Alright, I'm going to finish slabbing this off and then rip the frame out from around that thing and see if I can figure out how to get rid of that portal. And then once I get that done, I'll be back. Alright, so it's been a little while. As you can see, I still have a floating portal frame here, or portal itself, that I can't figure out how to get rid of. That's going to, I think, require a little bit of research here. I've been doing some land clearing, so we'll pop up here so we can take a look at it. And so you can see I've kind of flattened this area out. The area you can see that spider sitting on over there in the slime and those little bee things, that's ground level. That's the level just under the slabs here. The idea will be to raise this wall up to the same level as this one, and then probably get some towers in the end and fill that area in over there, that type of thing. But what I want to do is, this structure will hold 14 of the 19 portals. According to the wiki, there are 19 different dimensions, so this area will hold portals for 14 of them, hopefully. And being that we only have 6, I'm not seeing using those up anytime in the near future. But what I want to do is the outer tier, so 4 portals on this side against the wall, 4 portals on that side against the wall. They're going to be sitting one block. They'll be sitting, like, the portal frame will actually be sitting where the slab is right here. So I'm sinking them down into the ground. I'm gonna kind of pave over the actual portal part, or the base part, so we can just have the portals sitting there, kind of like that one is over there for the end or nether. And then that row, and then you get the 3 on the inside on both sides. Those are going to be 4 blocks down from where these are. So it's going to kind of give us a tiered thing. So you've got like a little pyramid shape, so 4, then 3, and then you have 4, then 3, and then the bottom level, like the center, which you'll get to from, I'm going to probably put a door right there. It'll kind of go down some stairs into this area. Now this area is going to be falling, is going to be pretty big, so it's going to take a little bit of digging. So I'm going to have to get all that digging done first. I'll try to get one side done, so we can kind of, or not done, but get the kind of an outline of where 2 of the portals will go, like maybe one of the 4 and one of the 3, so we can kind of get an idea of it, because I want to see that before I start mocking up the rest of it, because I'm not sure how this is going to look in reality, because I kind of drew it all up using MS Paint, so it's kind of hard to tell 3-dimension on a flat surface. So I'm going to get that all dug out, get, like I said, at least 2 of the base areas made, and then we'll take a look at it and see if it's what we want to go with, and if it is, more digging. Alright, so again, it's been a little while. Got some digging done, got the kind of some skeletons sketched out over here. Let's pop up a little higher here so we can see. And okay, so you can see, got some digging done. Got about half of it cleared, not counting that stuff right there that we're not going to look at. So what I initially did was, this is ground level right here, so this matches that slab level. So what I did was I picked where the frame was going to go. So this is a half block. That's a whole block of the one on the same level, the one I'm standing on now. So that block is basically a 4-block column, including the base of the frame and the center of the structure. So in theory, if I remember it correctly from over there, if I hit this with that pattern, my portal frame should be right there. So we're going to try that. So I made these the same way as the other ones, diamond wrapped with gold bars. Let's see what happens. I am off by 2 blocks. This entire structure is off. How did I manage that? That can't be right. These things are, let's see. Maybe I counted wrong. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. How did that work? So if it went to that one, unless the center's not where I thought it was. Let's try. I only made 2 of them, but I have enough material to make more. I get the feeling the center is not where I think it is, because all these were lined up, so you can kind of see it right there. This is the block I hit before. And it's still one off. Oh well, we're gonna have building materials. I found, I went mining for gold, so we're not hurting for gold. Let me go make up a couple more of these and rip these down, and we're gonna try again. Alright, so I cleared out the other ones, and it took one more try, but I think I've got the spacing figured out. It seems to take into account... That's interesting. Well, it worked. It seems to take into account where you're actually standing as much as where you click. So before I was standing here and I did it and it appeared a couple blocks this far forward. Last time I did it, it was right here and it was lined up perfect, but it was one block into the wall. I actually ripped some of the wall out right there when I did it. But the third time I did it, I stood. Let's see if we can get back and kind of right in the center and then click. And they should be one block apart. Perfect. So we've got 5 more. So I'm going to place probably one more of these. Let's see here. And just lined up. One block apart. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to do one more. We're going to finish off this line, and then that'll give us enough to do the bottom line. So we can see how it looks. If nothing else, I get some neat building blocks out of this. The map doesn't know how to deal with this. There's nothing, and then there's something. So they should all be up against the edges of the wall. And the idea will be that what I'll probably do is kind of run either stairs or something around the edges here, but slab up to the stairs, because these are the important parts. These are the parts that actually activate and then your portal. So that's what you've got going on there. And hi chicken. Now let's take a look at these. Now, unlike these ones here where I built the outline on ground level, these here I built the outline at the level that I want to build this thing at. So that's the block I'll be clicking on right there. It's the one that's underground right there for some reason. So in theory, if I go, I doubt I have to be right in the middle, but these things are kind of expensive. That should be centered right there. Okay, so that one looks right. Now we got 2 more to do. Once you figure it out, it's not that bad, but until then, I was like going nuts trying to get everything lined up here. As you can see, I actually put a beacon there because I was trying to figure out exactly, wrong button, exactly how it was lining up. Like what is it doing? And then of course the next time I clicked it, it lined up and I figured out what was going on. Alright, so this will be our last one. So we'll stand again right in the middle of the block we want it to land on top of. Oh, we got a ghost, or not a ghost, a clown over there somewhere. This crossbow has gone up so many levels while I've been out here working on this, because every night I have to clear this place multiple times while I'm digging or just kill quite a few things. I've gone down from a 4-second recoil on this thing down to, where to go, 2.6. Up to 10 hearts of damage. My crossbow's gone up multiple levels. My bolts have gone up a couple levels. What else? Oh, hi there. Go away. I've got an extra knockback on the arrows, which it's nice, but it's not. I would have much preferred, damage or fire, or something that makes them die faster. Probably would have been nice. But so far they're working out pretty good. My pick is actually up to accustomed plus now. It's got an extra level of reinforcement on the last one, so it's doing pretty good. You can see my mining level up there. Right now I'm at 76. When I crossed over into 71, I started getting gold coins for things when I'm harvesting. So when I'm clearing this area out, we have a stack and 4 singles, I think, of gold coins now, just from clearing this area out. I think we may have had 5 when I started. So I just started kind of ripping it out, getting it figured out how I wanted it. So it kind of lined up pretty good. I mean, now we have money that we can spend if we need it. Okay, back to these things. So you can kind of see the layout here and what I was going for. I really like those symbols. They're neat. I may have to build another one of these eventually and rip all the pieces off of it and just leave the portal frame after it's active and see. I'm betting, given the fact I still can't get rid of the one over there, that it'll stick. You just will never be able to change it. Alright, let's see what we were going to do. Yeah, wrap that level right there and the one above it, the base of the portal itself, in steps. The rest of it's going to get filled in and slabbed over. There's going to be stairs coming down from that level to this level, and then this level down to, I can't remember, I think the ground is a little bit lower than this is where it's going to be. And then what I want to do is try and feather some type of angle down this way so the stairs kind of have an angle to them, as far as, they don't hit, and they don't go right up against the wall. They'll kind of angle up, and another set will go across this way probably. It depends on how the main entrance ends up working out, because this is the actual, or this would be the entrance here down the middle. So this would be duplicated over on that side there, which is going to take quite a bit more digging. I think this probably took me 2 hours, probably longer than that actually, if you count all the fighting and switching and running and hiding and stuff like that. So it didn't work out. It didn't go that badly. It went fairly quick considering. But I need to fill this in still, kind of get it roughed out as far as how I want it. I think I'm going to save that for another time because of how long this took to build out. I want to be able to make sure that it's going to look right before I end up using, 10 more. I used 10 of those little blueprints on this side. I'm going to need at least 7 more on that side. I don't have enough gold to accommodate that. Luckily we figured it out in 3 instead of having to go even more. I was afraid I was going to have to use several more to get that figured out. But what we're going to do, one day I will make an actual door. Until then, we make our own as we go. We are going to grab some realm shards, and we got 7 portals we can activate right now. So I want to get them activated so they're at least there. We're going to need another one of those. Sleeve, we might as well get that one since we've got the portals off to the side there. Get that one opened up. We got the Mysterium, we got Deep Lands, and we got an Abyss. So we've got 5 portals. Let's see here. Get our glass. The more I look at this, the more I think this area has so far been secure. Nothing has managed to get in here unless you leave a hole in the wall. I'm considering just making doors around the outer edge. Like I've actually already opened up this entrance here. It doesn't have a barrier on it anymore. I opened that up. I built this out. This is where that eerie biome is with the totem. The totem is actually right there in the center. I covered it, and it was kind of experimenting with it, and I found that the what is it called? Eerie node? Whatever, is that little creepy node that turns everything gray around it. That one, it will actually, it acts similar to a spawner. If there's no light around it, it will continue spawning as long as the player is within range. So what I did was I covered it over, and I slabbed it all, because the top is actually the spawner. So the idea is now that you can get near it, and that entire area around it and the inner area are safe from normal spawns. What that allows us to do is stand in there, and those zombies will continue spawning. But one of the other things I tested was I ran a trench away from it, and I lured some of the zombies into that trench, and what ended up happening was instead of having the 4 that I'm normally allowed to have in there, that it stopped spawning more, I had 8. As they started coming out of the radius of that spawner, it started treating it just like the escape radius on one of the old vanilla spawners, where it just kind of assumed they were dead and it made more. So I ended up with, like I said, 8 of them. So I'm going to see if I can come up with something to do over there, because I want to make a way that we can kind of slaughter those things wholesale and try to get some more thaumium. But now we're going to activate our portals. I think we're going to do, we're going to do Iron Mine, we're going to sleeve. Yeah, we'll just leave them in that order. And this is going to get loud. There's one. And in hindsight, that one probably should have been down there, but oh well. We'll just... Whoa. That's festive. Let's see what we got. This one is Mysterium. So let's see. So that's the Mysterium one. Well, that's actually kind of hard to look at. With my luck, I'm going to get nailed for the music that's playing in here. Let's see. This one is Deep Lands. Very eerie looking. We got Yetis. Let's get rid of them real quick before they cause us some trouble. Not that they can get me right now. Come on. Oh, look at you down there. And next, ooh, missed. Don't save your friend. I actually was out there killing stuff in the forest out there while I was clearing more of it, trying to kill one of those chargers, and every time I shot at the little bugger, I think it was a pig, a different pig each time jumped in the way and took the bullet for that guy. Went through I don't know how many pigs. Alright, this one is Abyss. Well, that looks welcoming. Yep. Oh, I missed again. Man, aim's a little off here. There we go. Alright, so we've got our 5 portals active. Let's take a look. We've already been... Well, this one's here. I just want to see what's in here. So I'm going to zone through, and I'll be back. Alright, this place looks welcoming. Is that the right word? I'm thinking horrifying might be better. That's not exactly what I qualify as a friendly-looking place. What is this stuff? Oh, that's nice. It's tentacles. Oh, I wonder. Let's check this stuff out here real quick. Abyss stone. Let's pop back through here. Okay, where are we at? No critters except for over there. All right. Maybe that's what we can do when we kind of layer these things. Is I'll use the stone they were made out of to fill them in. So like this one, we would use the whatever the building block is for that side, and then maybe put like a creepy little tentacle thing. Come on, up, up, up. And torch just so we can see. Nope, didn't jump. Okay, those are neat. Creepy, but neat. Oh, that's interesting. Alright, let's take a look here. What? No, it's just you. Let's see. I think that'll work. We need more Realmstones, but I haven't come across that many yet. So we can't finish out this side, which is another reason why I'm not in a rush to get that side done. I want to get this side finished so I can see how the final product looks, but I'm not going to rush as far as getting the other side done because we only had 5 portals. We still have 7 frames open. That allows me to kind of splay the cost of creating these blueprints over some time so we don't burn up. I think we've only got 9 gold left after what I did earlier, so I kind of want to spread that cost around a little bit and see how that works out. Let me see, did anybody drop anything interesting? String. Nope, nothing interesting. I did manage to get 4 more moon dust earlier, which was nice. It reminds me of like almost like a cemetery kind of look to it. That'll be interesting. Alright, well I think that's what we're going to do. What I'm going to do is get this area finished off either now or well, sometime in the future. I'm not sure exactly when I'm going to get that done. And then kind of sketch out how I want the middle to look. And try and get some of the stairs in place so we can access this stuff and start slabbing this area over. And then we'll kind of check in, see how it is next episode. And I'm hoping to work on this thing next episode. I want to get something set up here so we can use this as almost like a grinder. Because right now we're not going into Thaumcraft, at least not yet. So I want to be able to get Thaumium, even if it's rare, to try and get some Thaumium so we can kind of start building up a little bit of a supply. Because it has a really nice bonus set on it. Let's see if we can find it here real quick. Thaumium. Okay, so you can't click that. Where's the actual bar? Can't. All of a sudden my brain is just not working. UIUM. Okay, I was right. Thaumium ingot. Oh, it doesn't give us the stats here. What the heck? Okay, can we see it? Can we actually see it? Oh, we can. Okay, that's good. So, draw speed 1.75, arrow speed 4.75, and then the 1.75 for the weights. I know there was a reason we were looking at this stuff to put into our crossbows. Unfortunately, I can't remember exactly what it was off the top of my head, but it's supposed to be a decent material for its weight, its durability, things like that. So we're trying to get a decent supply of it, even if it's just enough to make a couple pieces. Because right now we have 2, which isn't enough to make anything. You can't even make a decent bolt out of it. So we're kind of working our supply up a little bit. But that's what I want to work on next time. I want to get that angry zombie kind of little farm thing going and work from there. But otherwise, I think we're going to call it for now, and thank you for watching.